Yo, so there's things like Oran cards having one skill going into the update, Soul Wars, Fullbringer moves. We're gonna be looking at all of that. So to get it started, we're gonna be really looking at videos. I'm a new content creator, so I don't have any actual perms in the community, but we will be looking at videos instead. So here's the first one. This is the game mode Soul Wars. As you can see, it'll unblur in a second. But pretty much what it is from what I've heard, is a search and destroy type mode where you have a site and you protect it. I would say that it's more so like a zoning, like a hot zone, or maybe like protecting the zone of some sort. You can see here on this page you have a bunch of preset characters, so it's not like you had to pick your own build. You can view the kit as you see here, but so far you are set to a specific amount of characters here. You can see that a lot of these are probably just placeholders. There's going to be more different looks to these characters, maybe name changes or things like that. Now, one thing I saw in the video and a lot of the videos is that some people have not dev specs, but specs that were normally not in the game, and I wonder if that's given to maybe the highest performing player. Now, as you can see here, this guy's kit, he has power, and it looks like Quincy Keto. I think that's what this whole video is centered around. But yeah, so this is the map. The map is a lot better than the old KT revamp. If you know about that, then you know. But the problem with it was laggy, and look, honestly, just too much. This is very simple. You can fight one-on-one in these small areas, which I'm pretty sure is the whole point. There is a lot of rough terrain, which might be a little scary when it comes to glitching. I think I've seen clips of people glitching into the floors and things, so hopefully they just patch that up. Other than that though, the map looks pretty well polished, and honestly, don't really see too much wrong with it. If you couldn't tell already, it's clearly a 4v4 game mode. This might not actually be the search and destroy one. This might just be a part of Soul Wars. So Soul Wars as its own might be a mix of different game modes. This is probably just elimination style, where the rounds are decided based on the full team's left standing. But for the map, it looks good. Obviously the UI looks pretty good. You can also see the reworked UI. Everything looks pretty decent, everything flows well. I would say that the UI is a little bit overwhelming. Everything on the left, it's a little too much information. The health bars and ray bars are very enlarged, along with the Shinigami symbol for some reason. I don't know why that's so huge. Maybe that'll stay in, but it's taking up a lot of the screen, to be fair. It does fade into the background a little bit, which is nice, but it is rather large for some reason. So yeah, it turns out I was incorrect. This is actually the search and destroy game mode. It's a little interesting calling it search and destroy, that's mainly what people are referring to, but it's mainly seems like just like a point capture instead. There's a site, and these guys are the attackers protecting from down below. So next up here we have a video from Nano Prodigy, and you can tell that this is a Fullbringer, so this is the first look. It's Ginjo or Gingo or whatever it is. There is a keto, that's interesting. I do want to see if the keto is the same for Soul Reapers. It seems to be the same for speed. His Fullbringer is called Devil's Arm. We can see the moves here. So you have Fallen Pawn, Kingsguard, Bishop Reckoning. He starts to use the moves here. He first uses the C move, which I'm not actually sure what it does, then uses the X move. And the X move seems to be probably one of the best moves. What it does, if you use it while they're inside of that little circle, it seems that they're stunned. You can do Rising Swallow, Fast Fang, Floating Strikes, anything like that. Oh, there was the glitches I was talking about in the floor. So yeah, it seems there is a glitching problem. The weapon for Fullbringer seems to be just the normal crit. Right there was the fallen down move. You can see it was mouse aimable, and I think it homes onto the target is what it looks like, but I'm not too sure. So yeah, the stun on that X move is probably one of the best moves for this. You see right there, it stuns. The spike went off is what they're calling it. Might be a Valorant reference, but this seems to be the first look at Fullbringers. I'm still not quite sure what that C move is and why the cooldown is 700 seconds. But everything else, the Fallen Pawn seems to be a normal tracking move. The X seems to be a stun move with a big radius. I am interested in seeing the Keto for Fullbringers. I want to know what that's like too. I don't think anybody played it, and there might not be a build for it. Something interesting is Nano is playing with this ice build right here. That move he just used is called Grand Cross, which is a spec move that I'm pretty sure Chaotic had back in the day. So yeah, I'm curious to see if that is given to everybody in this spike. I'm pretty sure Grasp, or not Grasp, but the one where you bash their head in the ground, the Hakuto one with Slash, I'm pretty sure that's also something. So I'm wondering if that is just given these specs to other people. You also can't build up Bankai Bar and Mode Bar, but you can build up Vizard or Let's. So that's something interesting. And while we're on the topic, speaking about variants, the Iran cars got nerfed heavily. They no longer have, according to Balboa, no longer have all three of their partials, which is kind of crazy. I don't really know what they're gonna get instead of that. Balboa said there wasn't gonna be any buff, which I'm very surprised about. But I don't have any sources to verify that information or even the partial information. And there's going to be a quest apparently to get your second partial ability, which is kind of crazy, but I mean, they probably have something planned. Maybe Iran cars are just too dominant in the meta, but who knows. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe.